Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. Welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by GlassesUSA.com, where you can find stylish sunglasses and glasses. You can actually choose from over 4,000 different styles of in-house and name brands, and then you can have it delivered right to your doorstep. I use the virtual mirror tool to find a pair of glasses that would work for my face. A basic pair of glasses, including the frame and glasses, start at $30, and you can get specialty lenses as well, including bifocals and progressives. Try it absolutely risk-free. They're free returns, free shipping, and if you return them within 14 days, it's 100% money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Be sure to click the link down below to see how you can receive a special offer from GlassesUSA.com. So before we prepare our eggs, help me choose a pair of glasses. So how about the ones I'm wearing now? I quite fancy these. Alrighty, how about these? How about a pair of sunglasses? Yes. How about these? And finally, one last pair of sunglasses. So I will put my original ones back on. So let me know down in the comments which one of these glasses were your favorites. Now, let us prepare the eggs. So let me talk a little bit about egg preservation. So right now we're well into spring and my chickens are laying like crazy. But during the winter time, things tend to slow down. So preserving your eggs for winter is a good idea because you don't have eggs then. So we've become quite spoiled. Now we can just walk to the grocery store and say, I'd like a dozen eggs, please. But back in the day, when you raised your own chickens, you used your chicken eggs, and in the wintertime, things tend to slow down. The chickens are not producing or not producing as much, so it would be nice to have some eggs. So I researched a bunch of different ways to preserve eggs. So I watched Townsend & Sons video. Thank you guys so much for all recommending watching their videos. And like always, I will put all the videos and the blogs that I researched for this video in the description down below. So in John's video, he mentioned 6 different ways to preserve eggs, including sealing the egg. You can use wax or you can use some kind of fat. The idea being that you seal the pores of the egg and thus preserving it. There's also a method of salting it, which changes the texture and the flavor of the egg, of course, because you're salting it. Another means of preservation is simply storing the egg in a cold, dry place, like your refrigerator. But before refrigeration, people would use their cellars. You could pack it in something like sawdust, something that would cushion it, and then again, reduce the amount of evaporation through the pores. Pickling was another method. You would cook the egg and then put the eggs in some kind of brine, store them in your cellar. Of course, that method cooks the egg and also changes the flavor. So the application of that particular process is kind of narrowed. Another very interesting technique, which I am dying to try, I'm getting all the materials for this, so look for this video soon, is to create 100 or 1,000-year-old egg. And basically you're making an alkalized mud that you coat the egg in, and it totally changes and denatures the egg, but preserves it indefinitely. So look for that video soon. I'm super excited about it. But today I'm going to show you a technique of preserving the egg in slaked or hydrated lime. Now, some people call this water glassing, but technically this is not water glassing. Water glassing eggs also uses a solution that you submerge the eggs in, but that uses sodium silicate. Now, sodium silicate is actually still sold at the hardware store. You can purchase it and you can use it to preserve your eggs. It is used to seal cement or concrete floors. It's a sealant. So you make a solution of the sodium silicate in water and it seals the egg. So I've read that this process works quite well, although the white portion of the egg does denature, and the best application of these type of eggs would be something in like baking. So the reason why I chose not to use sodium silicate in my preservation process is that some of the sodium silicate probably enters the egg. Reasonably, it does enter the egg. So I don't really want to be consuming any of the sodium silicate. So I decided not to opt for that, but use another process that has equally good results, and it uses hydrated lime. Now, this process also submerges the eggs into a solution, but it is not technically water glassing because we're not sealing the egg. So I was trying to research the exact reason why this works, and I came up kind of empty-handed, so science friends, chemistry friends, do let me know in the comments how this works. So the process takes lime, which is calcium oxide, which is heated up, and then water is introduced, H2O, which then forms calcium hydroxide, and this is the hydrated lime. Now, hydrated lime is used in all kinds of different applications, food and otherwise, also in concrete making. So you can actually go to the hardware store and buy a 50-pound bag of calcium hydroxide or hydrated lime because they use it in concrete making. Although it's a lot cheaper, I don't really have a use for a 50-pound bag of hydrated or slaked lime, so I opted for this. This is Mrs. Wage's pickling lime. It's the same exact thing. It is granted much more expensive, but a much smaller amount. So this process is really simple. We're just going to combine the hydrated lime with water and create a lime solution. The proportions are really simple. We're going to take 1 ounce by weight of the lime and add it to 1 quart of water. We want to make enough of this solution to submerge our eggs. So you want to make sure everything you're using is non-reactive, either ceramic or enamel or glass. And then we're going to store the eggs in something that's non-reactive as well. Traditionally, I think it was done in a large crock that was kept in the cellar with a nice little lid or something on top to kind of thwart evaporation. So, got myself a glass bowl here. So 2 ounces of my hydrated lime and 2 quarts of water. Wow. That's really fine. So it's like kind of like a slurry. Add the rest of my water. There is our hydrated lime solution. Now, it's really important to use very, very fresh eggs when doing this preservation process. These eggs came out of our hen house and you want them to be super fresh. Also, it's important not to wash the eggs. The eggs have a natural coating on them, and when you wash the eggs, that coating is removed. So it's essential that that coating remains. I'm going to be using a glass gallon-sized jar so you can see the eggs. Plastic also works as well. Now we're going to take the eggs and place them into the jar. They said to do them pointy side down, but I don't really know how you can do that without having the eggs tip over. And from my understanding, what you would do is you make your solution, and then as you get more eggs in, you can just place them into the jar. So in about 6 months' time, I'm going to do a follow-up video. I'm going to cook these eggs. I'm going to fry them. I'm going to try baking with them. I want to see exactly how egg-like these are. So stay tuned for that video. Okay, so placing all my eggs in here, being very gentle. Now we're going to top this with our hydrated lime solution. Whoa. And spill it all over your counter. Put all of it in there. It kind of wants to settle, so put it back in there. So that's that. A dozen eggs in some hydrated lime solution. We're gonna let this sit in a cool, dark place with a lid on it. And in 6 months, I'm going to test these eggs. That should be an interesting experiment. Big thanks to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. Be sure to click the link down below to see how you can get your special offer. And yeah, get yourself a pair of affordable glasses. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Eggs, 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 eggs.